in the morning for the battle we have in store. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Mountaineers will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he... 18. The Wolverines offense is on the field for the first time today. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. And he's out of bounds after a terrific run and a nice pickup. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. They get him down after he makes the catch. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more
The expressway is wide open. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. These guys set all of these goals for the season. Then to come out and say, here we are, this is how it is. That was impressive.
And Reese, we thought this offense could be very potent this season, and they've got some skill players, and they've got some dudes that are going to scare opposing defenses. Defenses out there for the rest of this season better take notice. I know this game is early, but you can see the talent they have on offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. So West Virginia's offense will go to work for the first time. And what a great matchup we have of 2 highly productive runners, David.
And I like the competition aspect of this, Reese. Like, I'm watching what you're doing on the other side, and I'm going to prove I'm a better running back than you. Both these guys are looking to be the man today.
And both guys can go the distance, right? These 2 running backs seem to get better as the game goes on. So which defense can be more physical, step up, and at least slow the other guy down?
Slings it downfield. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, that DB basically could have just ran that route for the wide receiver. He was all over him. There was no shot that receiver was going to be able to make that play. Beautiful job by the defensive line.
Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13. And the Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry up. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And here comes the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets a block. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
West Virginia, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Mountaineers want to crank the tempo.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
And the Mountaineers had it with a 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Wide receiver shows motion. They're trying to get to it. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Here's the handoff. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that ball is picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His 1st interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
The give to the back. And he's almost to that 1st third down marker there saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Off the play fake. Buys a little extra time. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Pena. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
The quick out. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Michigan!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by a field goal over the Astronauts. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Off the boot, looking for his man. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Quick completion on the out. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Fighting off the defender. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the air on first down. Got the back over the middle.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
He wants to pass it on second down. And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. Inside the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Mountaineers! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
And what a job in coverage by the defense. First the defender able to get his hand on the ball and tip that up into the air. It lands right into his buddy's hands. He has the convoy, and it is off to the races.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Leaves it with the back. Oh, ball's out! The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. First down here for the offense. They'll run it from the gun. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15. The Mountaineers headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on second down. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Off he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like, that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He's going to pass on second down. He finds his man, and he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
And the returner will be dragged down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. That completion delivers a first down. He wants to throw. He'll take the deep shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the target. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a one-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Finds his man. It's Algier. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And the Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half.
West Virginia, 17.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll go to the ground. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Going with the ground game left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebackers. Afterburners coming. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. They'll give it to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
The lone back's got it. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. And the Mountaineers are in the hurry-up. He'll try it again. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
Makes the grab over the middle. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback. And now you throw another one in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the first down. The Wolverines are flying down the field. They're getting this guy lathered up. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. The Wolverines are in the red zone. Power football with the run. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. They've been able to control the ball. This is the 7th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Headed to the end zone. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Defense going all in to stop the run. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
Bringing the extra beef. It's goal line. I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to be bigger, stronger at the point of attack and push you around, and then the running back does the rest and finds the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
West Virginia, 17.
Looking for blockers. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and a step.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw, trying to get to him. They're going to get him for a safety, trying to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack from this defense.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Makes a connection. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the pummeling has started.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 24 over the Pandas. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brock. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Got a man. It's Algier. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Looking at a second and short now. Snap in the shotgun. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw for it. Got out of trouble and throws. Complete along the sidelines, and that'll be good enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting those production.
They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. He's going for the big play. Spreads it inside the 10. Touchdown, West Virginia. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, this game one, it's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Michigan! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They're bringing heat. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Quarterback empties his backfield. On second down, he's looking downfield. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle.
And the ball is picked off. didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They run the reverse. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on them.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And this one splits the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
West Virginia, 24.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route and hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say that.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Just feeds the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Open space at the 25. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. The rankings, the odds makers, everything indicated that these guys had a big hill to climb. But they climbed it, they got to the top, and